This piece of paper is lying to you. Your doctor sees the word normal and thinks healthy. You see the word normal and wonder why you still have zero energy, zero libido, and feel like shit. Because the healthcare system tells you you're fine. Your body tells you you're dying. And those two statements are kind of mutually exclusive. So here's how we're getting to the bottom of that. First, we're going to ignore that reference range where the lab tries to tell you what normal looks like. Then we'll learn 3 specific numbers your doctor probably isn't checking. And finally, I'll tell you exactly what you need to say to eat your life.
Just when you think you've seen it all, Viking throws you a curveball. Holy shit!
I did not see that coming. In medical school, they're trained to treat acute illness, not hormonal optimization. They see a number in the green zone and they want to spike football. But the green zone isn't based on what's healthy. It's based on averaging the numbers across various age segments of the population. And have you looked at the average population lately? Sick, overweight, tired. Normal needs average. In today's America, I certainly don't want to be average. So why am I saying your numbers could be wrong? First, most labs use a test method called immunoaging. It's cheap, fast, and notoriously inaccurate, especially for men's lower level. Relying on this test is like trying to weigh yourself on a bathroom scale while jumping up and down. The margin for error? Massive. And if you're on the low end anyway, this test can make it look like you're fine. And that would be a lot. The second thing is kind. Testosterone generally peaks between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. So by the afternoon, your levels can drop by up to 30%. So with a variance like that, you could feel like you're riding a hormonal roller coaster every day. But here's the biggest lie of all. Total testosterone. Speak of total testosterone like your gross balance. Looks impressive on paper. Get your pay stub. You see 600. You feel good. But you have a protein called FHCG. Think of FHBG as the IRS. It taxes that testosterone and locks a huge chunk of it away so your body can't use it. So that makes free testosterone your take-home pay. The only cash you can actually spend. It's also the only portion that gives you energy, muscle, and drive. Let me give you an example. We have guys show up every day at Viking. They had labs run by their doctor and other clinics, whomever. They were told their test levels are normal, but they feel like they're constantly having to tread water just to keep them drowning. So going back to our paycheck analogy, on the surface, they seem financially secure. But when we run an audit on their account by looking at all the numbers that matter, we see they're clearly hormonally bankrupt. So if you're one of those men whose labs have come back as normal, but you know that can't be true, go through the process again, but do it just like this. You might want to write this down. Demand morning testing, fasted, before 10 a.m., no exception. Order the gold standard. Ask for equilibrium dialysis test. And if your doctor starts getting lippy with you, remind him who works for who. And if he persists, find a new doctor. Check the full panel. You need the full picture, not just some snapshot of a single variable. And ignore the reference range. Treat the symptoms, not the number. Here's the bottom line. If your labs say normal, but your wife keeps asking you why you're always asleep in your chair by 7:30, or why you always seem like you're at date night under duress, you can show the lab report, tell her,
the doctor says I'm fine, so you might want to learn to get used to this.
not my recommended option, but to each his own. Or you could contact Viking. We're in 49 states. We help both men and women. There's hormone replacement therapy. That's all we do. And that's probably the better option. Because getting old is inevitable. But feeling old and looking old, that's a choice.
Viking, you can win this fight. Follow us, your guiding light. Vikings here to make it right.